Hello everyone, welcome to Open Big. Today we are presenting the first hands-on with the Xiaomi Civi 5 Pro in the Iced Americano color. This color wasn't featured in the official previews or Mr. Lu's live broadcasts, so it's a bit of a surprise.
The reason it is referred to as Iced Americano, I believe, is not solely due to its outward appearance. The vegan leather material on the rear side closely resembles the hue of coffee, and even its packaging is presented in this coffee-like color.
Furthermore, the vegan leather material has a unique and distinguishable aroma. Even though I am not someone who regularly drinks coffee, this particular scent is truly pleasant. It exudes a subtle coffee fragrance, not excessively strong. It does not possess an exceptionally strong aroma, nor is it overly faint. If you keep the case on for an extended period, you might not notice it, but as soon as you remove the case, the fragrance will be released. Regarding design, the Xiaomi Civi 5 Pro maintains the family design language. It shares certain similarities with the Civi 5, but overall, I believe it is more refined. Each of the three primary cameras possesses a distinct function, with the telephoto lens being identical to the portrait telephoto found in the Xiaomi 15, so there are no complications with these three primary cameras. Moreover, it gains advantages from Leica imaging, and when it comes to tone and filter enhancements, it doesn't significantly differ from the Xiaomi 15 digital flagship models. We can also observe that its central frame is constructed from metal, but the front panel? It is somewhat gently and gracefully curved. You can observe that the rear side is essentially flat, but the front panel exhibits a slight and noticeable curvature. This provides a subtly distinct sensation when holding it. The front is curved, which makes sliding motions in everyday use rather convenient and easy. The edges are, in fact, managed quite effectively. So it doesn't feel too awkward to hold. Once we put on the phone case, it becomes even more comfortable. This smartphone isn't burdensome, it's quite lightweight. Let's evaluate it. The weight I measured is approximately 182 grams, just for your reference, so its handling is quite satisfactory. Additionally, the device is relatively slender, so there's not much strain when holding it with a single hand. My hands are comparatively small in size, yet holding the Xiaomi Civi 5 Pro poses no problem whatsoever. Its front design features a four-curved surface and a symmetrically proportioned design, which seems to be quite stylish. Right in the very center, it still retains the two top and bottom heads. This year, the Honor 400 series actually did not maintain this particular design, making Xiaomi possibly the only one in this series to continue doing so. There might be a Huawei Nova 14 Pro next door, but in this specific aspect, only Xiaomi is genuinely persisting. Looking at other aspects, this device comes with the Xiaomi Surge OS 2.0 and supports up to 1 TB of memory. My unit though is 16 GB plus 512 GB. In terms of the chip, it features the 8S Gen 4, which is the 4th generation Snapdragon 8S. So for everyday gaming or other activities, there are basically no major issues.
Furthermore, it still features a 67W wired fast charging, which isn't particularly high.
I remember Xiaomi's 67W fast charging has been around for many years. Now let's take a look at some real shots from the Xiaomi Civi 5 Pro and get a feel for it. This particular shot was captured utilizing the telephoto portrait lens of the Xiaomi Civi 5 Pro. You can observe that the violinist's skin tone is very well controlled, and even though she is in intense motion, the clarity of the capture remains quite impressive. Now, when examining the flutist, her skin tone is actually remarkably close to the real-life representation because with the lighting present on site, it cannot appear overly white, so the overall feel is quite natural. The natural quality of the Xiaomi Leica images is quite vivid. Okay, let's take a look at other aspects, specifically some night scene photography. This was taken in an extremely low light environment, and the lights on the carousel in the distance are quite complex. So in this regard, as long as we retain certain details, it can already be considered a successful night scene photo. Its intelligent algorithm inherits the sophisticated night vision imaging capabilities from the Xiaomi 15 Ultra. Take a closer examination. These photographs were all captured during nighttime utilizing the Xiaomi Civi 5 Pro. Moreover, the lighting conditions present were rather intricate. Personally, I find it to be quite satisfactory. Alright, let's finally access the camera interface and examine its focal lengths, which are 0.61x, 2x, and 2.4x. Furthermore, for portrait photography, it provides a 2.4x portrait mode. Regarding the professional features, there's no necessity to go into detail. Proceeding further, these are various other operations. However, since it is not included in the Xiaomi digital series, it does not offer us the gaze feature. Concerning long exposure, at present, it remains exclusive to the Xiaomi digital series. Furthermore, in relation to Leica imaging, it is also not a component of the Xiaomi 15 series and does not provide the exclusive frame of the Xiaomi 15. This is regulated in terms of Leica, so Xiaomi Civi 5 Pro. It mainly inherits some of Xiaomi's tonal adjustments in the Leica aspect.
There are still some differences.
Its price is set and its positioning is set so it can't overstep its bounds. What do you all think?